Hey, 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 come on in. Pull up a chair. The Gaming Gang Dispatch is in the air. Howdy, 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 gang. Welcome once again to the Duct Tape Studios. I'm Jeff McAleer, your host here at the Gaming Gang Dispatch, brought to you by thegaminggang.com, which I happen to be the Grand Poobah. I am the founder and editor-in-chief of the Gaming Gang. So welcome aboard. Tonight is Tuesday, May 4th, 2021. This is live stream 659. If this is your first time joining me, let me point out that very, very casual. Just kick back, relax, put your feet up. All we're doing is hanging out, talking about tabletop gaming. So about half the show, I share the latest in tabletop gaming news. And then the second half, I will take a peek at a gaming release, be it a board game, role-playing game, maybe miniatures rules, a war game. You never know. So tonight, I am actually going to be unboxing and taking a first look at Dragonrealm, which is from Gamewright Games. So I will be taking a peek at that in just a little bit. Do want to mention, if you like this video, by all means, please give it a quick thumbs up. Subscribe to the Gaming Gang channel if you haven't already. And if you do subscribe, ding that bell. It'll not only let you know when the Dispatch streams live Monday through Thursday nights right here on YouTube. It'll also let you know when I upload other videos, such as my recent review of Dungeon Crawl Classics from Goodman Games. Yes, and I liked it quite a bit. Plus, I should point out, got about a week left to win one of 2 PDF copies of Dungeon Crawl Classics that I am giving away. You have to check out the video review to find out how to get in the running. And it's pretty easy. I am going to be announcing the winners on the May 10th live show. And of course, when you're not watching videos on the Gaming Gang channel, be sure to visit thegaminggang.com for all the latest in gaming news, reviews, and a whole lot more. You know the drill. Get your geek on at thegaminggang.com. Of course, this is a live stream, so that means there is chat available. It's not on screen. It's one of the ways that I keep some of the more unusual commenters at bay, but I do my best to pay attention to chat. So if you want to say howdy, or maybe you've got a question, a comment, by all means, chime in. I will do my best to respond. So first out the gate tonight is Clint Gibson saying hello. Doug Roberts is with us, as well as the Motor City Madman. Yes, one of our chat moderators, the Madman, is already with us tonight as well. So we're going to jump into some gaming news, but of course, it is May 4th. May the 4th be with you. It is Star Wars Day. I know a lot of people get all pumped up about Star Wars Day. I'm a big Star Wars fan. I mean, I don't do anything special for Star Wars Day, except I did tweet earlier today that it's kind of funny because I remember my brother and I had my mom take us to go see Star Wars, and I was 9. And this was before it was all of a sudden all these people were in big long lines and that to see Star Wars, right? This was opening weekend. And in fact, if memory serves me right, I thought Star Wars opened on a Wednesday. Maybe I'm wrong. But anyway, it was the first few days that it was out. And the reason why my brother and I wanted to go see it is because there was a Marvel comic that we had picked up. And it was Star Wars, because that came out before the movie came out. So issue 1 was already out. In fact, I remember I accidentally purchased a second copy of issue 1 of Star Wars from our little we used to call it the corner store. It was actually really wild. It had probably been around since maybe like 1910, and it was this like old building. It had a fountain, like a soda fountain that they actually operated, and they had like sandwiches and things like that. I ate there once, and it was. But yes, we used to get our comics up there, and I remember I accidentally bought another issue of Star Wars. I already had one, and of course, my brother and I, our comics were completely separate, right? He got his comics, I got my comics. We might have the same issue or something. And I remember I was like, damn. It's like I spent, I think it was 25 cents for the issue. I was like, damn, I got 2 of these now. Of course, when I sold my Star Wars comics, I was pretty happy I had 2. But I'll never forget. I'm 9 years old. We're in the theater. Star Destroyer comes roaring overhead. I swear, it's like I nearly peed myself. It was like, oh my gosh, this is going to be awesome. So the Madman says the Sirens Battle of the Bards Kickstarter finally has links for the media interviews, including mine. I'm number 2 on the list. Cool. It took them long enough, didn't it? I think it was 2 weeks now. I don't know. Whatever. It was a nice interview. I had nothing against Satine Phoenix or Jameson Stone. It was the person who was in charge of the whole thing. Just, it was funny. I was so tempted to email this woman the other day and say, whatever happened to these interviews going up on the Kickstarter? I didn't. Kind of funny. Must have like my ears must have been burning because she was talking about me or something. Anyway, so happy Star Wars Day to everybody out there. So Casey Board Gamers is with us as well. Good to see you, Casey. Thanks for swinging on by. Let's jump on into the news because I got a good amount of news tonight. This July is going to see a new light card game from Renegade Game Studios. I've got the skinny on Subastral. We need only lower our gaze from the stellar night skies to the planet below to see that beauty surrounds us. The biomes of planet Earth are as diverse and wondrous as the living creatures that populate them. And ideally, you'll see more than your fair share of them in the strategic card game Subastral. In the game, you collect cards that represent your nodes on 8 different biomes: subtropical desert, savanna, tropical rainforest, chaparral, temperate grassland, temperate forest, taiga, and Arctic tundra. You start the game with 3 random cards in hand. Each card depicts one of the 8 biome types and is numbered 1 to 6. 8 cards are placed onto 6 clouds in the center of the table, with the deck to the left of the number 1 cloud and a sun card to the right of number 6. On a turn, play a card from your hand onto the matching numbered cloud, then collect any pile of your choice to the left or right of the pile on which you played. If you choose a cloud to the left toward the deck, you add the cards on that cloud to your hand. Then draw an additional card from the deck and add it to your hand. If you choose to the right toward the sun, you add those cards to your journal, which is your collection of cards. Cards from the same biome go in the same pile, and you build piles from left to right in your journal as you collect cards from new biomes, with those piles being numbered 1 to 8. To end your turn, you draw a card from the deck to fill the empty cloud space. When you hit the game end card in the deck, complete the round, then play 1 additional round. Each player then scores for their journal in 2 ways. Score for your 2 biomes that have that have the most cards. That's what I thought it was going. With each card in those biomes worth as many points as the number of the pile. In other words, whatever 2 biomes you start collecting last, you want to collect a lot of them since those cards will be worth the most points. Next, you remove 1 card from each biome left to right until you hit an empty space or run out of biomes. The set is worth 1 to 36 points, depending on the number of cards in it. Then you create another set, collecting cards from left to right, etc., until your leftmost biome is empty. Whoever scores the most points wins. Sounds kind of confusing. I'm sure in actual execution, it's probably fairly simple. Will your journal of research notes on the planet's biomes be deep and diverse enough to stand out amongst your peers? Subastral is for 2 to 5 players, ages 10 and up, plays in around 15 to 30 minutes. It's going to carry an MSRP of $20 when it arrives in June. Going to be kind of pleasant way to pass the time. I'll be very honest, I highly doubt I will get to see a review copy of this. I don't tend to get everything from Renegade that comes out, and I tend to try to, when they ask me what I'd like to review, because they do touch base with me, the lighter stuff, I don't go after, because I know it's not my audience. My audience, as you already know, you're watching, you're into usually a little more meaty games. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to share some news about lighter games from time to time. So the Madman says The Bad Batch Episode 1 is on Disney+. Yes, it was premiering today because it is Star Wars Day. I haven't had a chance to check it out yet. I got to be honest, I don't even know if I'll watch it because I didn't watch Clone Wars. I didn't watch Rebels. I'm just not super keen on that animation. I don't know. I don't know why. It's just, there's something about it. It's just, I don't know. All right. Moving right along. Coming from Ludonaute is the English edition of Lost Explorers. And here's the information that I've found. Breaking news. A lost world has been discovered and clues leading to its secret entrance have been disseminated all around the world. Your goal? Find them. Driven only by your courage, you decide to follow in the footsteps of those first explorers and launch a worldwide expedition. But you're not the only one on this quest. In Lost Explorers, each player starts with 5 figures on their research team, 2 leaders to track your discoveries, and 3 members to gain equipment and go on expeditions. On your turn, you can place members on one or both equipment areas to gain tokens. Placing 1 figure means you retrieve the first token from the pile, 2 figures the second token, etc. The visible side of a token represents a vehicle, a train, a car, a boat, or an airship, while the hidden side depicts 2 or 3 locations on the world map. For each token you take, choose whether to keep the vehicle side face up or flip it over to reveal the mission side of the token. Once you choose, the token is locked and you place it in front of you with your other vehicle and mission tokens. Alternatively, instead of collecting equipment, you can place members on map locations. Each location shows 2 to 3 vehicle tiles, and you must have all depicted tiles in front of you to place a member on a location. Each time you place a member, choose one of the vehicle tokens used, then place it in the discard pile next to the box. If you travel to the location of another player's member, you instead give them the discarded token. After you either collect vehicle/mission tokens or send members on expeditions, you can complete 1 or more missions if you have a member on each of the 2 to 3 locations depicted on that mission. For each mission, remove one of your members just used from the board, then advance the appropriate leader on the discovery track for the color of the mission and number of members used. If you advance your leader who is behind on the discovery track, take a vehicle token from the discard pile and add it to your collection. When one of your leaders reaches a clue spot on a discovery track, you collect a clue token. If you collect 4 clue tokens first, you win. Or the game ends once all the vehicle tokens have been claimed, at which point the player who has advanced the farthest on the discovery track with their slower leader wins. Lost Explorers is for 2 to 4 players, ages 10 and up, plays in around 40 minutes. It's going to be arriving this month. I have not been able to find a North American retailer who's carrying it. It carries an MSRP of 25 euros. So I don't know if that's going to translate to $25 or $34. Some companies are a little bit different how they go about it. Sometimes the euro just equals a buck. Other times a bit more than $1. So we shall find out. Melwinius from York, Flaming Huron, and Gary Clarkson have arrived in chat. Welcome, gents. Welcome aboard. All right, another summer release is coming from SlugFest Games. Haven't talked about SlugFest in a while. They've got a new game coming out, and it is not the Red Dragon Inn. I don't know if it's related to it. I think it's in the same world. But I'm talking about Dungeon Decorators. Decorate the dungeon, impress the client, close the deal. From time beyond memory, a great evil overlord has plagued the land, his ruthless cruelty matched only by his ruthlessly poor decorating taste. That evil overlord has died, and numerous pretenders are vying to take over his throne. And everyone knows that the first step on the journey to becoming a legendary evil boss is to set up a nefarious lair. That's where you come in. You're a dungeon decorator who specializes in setting up cozy underground spaces with just the right Larry feel for your clients. You'll compete against your opponents to build the best dungeon with all the right accoutrements so that your villainous clients can move in, feel at home, and get right down to eviling. Dungeon Decorators is a competitive light Euro tile drafting strategy game for 2 to 4 players. Select tiles that give you the right combination of chilling chambers, harrowing hallways, and dire decorations. Then play goal cards to score points. The player who scores the most points achieves victory by impressing the client and selling them and setting them on their path to becoming the next legendary evil. Dungeon Decorators is for 2 to 4 players, ages 10 and up, plays in 40 to 80 minutes, and will carry an MSRP of $44.95 when it arrives this summer. So it is a June or July release. It's kind of up in the air on when exactly it is going to hit. So there is that. I wish I had more images to share with you, but there isn't a lot out there outside of these two images I'm really sharing now. I think it's also on, I think it's on Tabletop Simulator. I think that's where I've run across seeing it as well. So you might be able to check it out there also. Let's move on to some role-playing game news, because there's a new bundle of holding which has arrived, and it features the Legendary Planet Adventure series from Legendary Games. Here's the deets. Adventurer. This Legendary Planet bundle presents the Legendary Planet Adventure Path, a spectacular 8-part Sword and Planet fantasy campaign from Legendary Games, provided here in dual versions for both 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons and Pathfinder 1st edition. Funded in a strong June 2015 Kickstarter campaign, the Legendary Planet Adventure Path takes your characters through alien gateways across the multiverse to exotic worlds from 1st to 20th level and beyond. From the backwoods of a fantasy world to the farthest reaches of the cosmos, from grungy desert planets to water worlds with, no doubt, I was going to make a water world joke, but I don't know. I think that'll probably go over everybody's head. Bring me your Pabst Blue Ribbon. I don't know. I don't know who's going to catch that that reference there. From fascistic diesel punk asteroid mines to a Dyson sphere 100 million miles across, sword swingers and spell slingers work with scoundrels and seekers to unravel cryptic alliances bent on universal domination or annihilation. For just $14.95, you get the DRM free 700 plus page PDF of the complete Legendary Planet Adventure Path, which has a retail value of $50, in 2 versions, both for 5e and Pathfinder 1e, and you get both for the same price. If you pay more than the threshold price of $20.30, you'll level up and also get the entire bonus collection with 8 more Legendary Planet supplements worth an additional $37.50, including Stargates, Treasury of the Machine, and 6 Legendary Worlds location source books. Again, you'll get 2 separate versions of each book, 5e and Pathfinder. These savings are going to run through May 24th. 10% of your payment after gateway fees will be donated to this Legendary Planet offers pandemic-related charity, Direct Relief. Sweet. Cool. Good to see some new stuff. Some new stuff popping up on Bundle of Holding from some companies that we don't hear from a lot. Legendary Games, of course, obviously enough, if you are into 5e or Pathfinder, you're familiar with them. They do a lot of third-party stuff, but it's kind of cool that we've got the focus on this big 8-part adventure, which I think was a big deal when it originally came out. Other than that, I really don't know anything about Legendary Games, to be honest. Every once in a while, I will run across something that they've released, but I got to be honest, this might be the first time I've even done a news piece related to them, which would be kind of weird. All right. So, and I got to say, it's a pretty damn good deal. $20.30 gets you all of it, gets you the whole thing. So that is a pretty smoking deal right there. All right. Final news piece. There's a new adventure supplement, which has arrived for Warp Star from Fire Ruby Design. Here's the latest on Warp Star Caldera, a setting and adventure supplement for use with Warp Star. Explore Caldera, a planetary system dominated by the hegemony. Rich in resources, the Warp Consortium tries every method to gain a foothold in the system and exploit the treasures it holds. Can the characters help? This supplement contains a description of the Caldera system, including rumors, factions, and sites for each world. The adventure Midnight Sun, where a mysterious technology is sought by all, and the characters are caught in the middle. Then there's the adventure Ravager, where the characters get to see firsthand the power of that technology they sought in Midnight Sun. There's power struggles, mysteries, and danger that await you in the Caldera system. The 78-page book is available over at DriveThruRPG in hardcover, which includes the PDF, for $22.10. Right now, you can score the PDF for $6.91 because there is a science fiction sale going on right now over at DriveThruRPG. This is part of it, and you can score some pretty good savings. I think, I got to be honest, this is the first time I remember a science fiction sale at DriveThruRPG. I don't recall them having like a specific science fiction genre. So tons and tons of savings going on. And I believe it runs for 12 days right now. And I think it just launched today. And of course, whenever I'm talking about DriveThruRPG, keep in mind the gaming gang, thus the Dispatch, is associated with the One Bookshelf sites. So if you are going to go visit, say, DriveThruRPG, please stop by thegaminggang.com first. Click on one of our banner ads. That way, if you happen to make a purchase, I get a little portion of that sale. And all those nickels, dimes, and quarters really do add up and help keep the Gaming Gang website around. Really does. So Gary's pointing out, may the 4th be with us all. Yep. If you tune in a little late, you missed my little Star Wars story. Well, 2 Star Wars stories, actually. Kind of. But yes, happy Star Wars Day, everybody. All right, that is it for the news tonight. Kind of zipped through that pretty quick. Lately, our news has been going like 35 minutes. And then, of course, there's usually about 5 minutes of me just talking. So, kind of surprised we zipped through that one so quickly. Very, very cool. Anyway, also want to point out that if you like the show, if you like the Gaming Gang channel, if you happen to visit thegaminggang.com, which you should, if you don't, you should check out the website. There's loads of stuff on there that isn't on the channel, that's for sure. You can buy me a cup of coffee or bottle of Pepsi Max. So if you visit thegaminggang.com, you will see that there is a PayPal Me link. You'll see there's a soldier drinking a cup of Joe. It says, do you like the Gaming Gang? Buy Jeff a cup of Joe. And it's a link to the PayPal Me / the Gaming Gang. So it's paypal.me / the Gaming Gang. All right. So just letting you know, I'm going to mention that on every show. So, but it's not going to be like some people are like, yeah, so let me talk about my Patreon. And I am going to try to figure out some ways to do some contests, some exclusive contents for supporters of the Gaming Gang. All right. So before I jump on into taking a look at Dragonrealm, did want to mention that, I get these comments sometimes on the videos, and I get people who come out of nowhere, and they have accounts, and they have like one subscriber, and of course that's them, and they have no content or anything like that. And somebody has been swinging by complaining about the role-playing game reviews I've done. So far they've had rather negative comments on both Dungeon Crawl Classics and Osric. And it's like, I'm like, whatever. I don't care. But I swear there are these people out there who, in gaming especially, unfortunately, who they just think their opinion is gospel. It's like, nope. Hey, I've been in this hobby for decades. You see, I have hundreds of reviews, and I certainly don't think that I'm an expert any stretch of the imagination. Gary says, I thought both were great reviews. I don't think they were necessarily complaining about the review. I think they're complaining about they're disagreeing with my opinion on the game, which is fine. That doesn't bother me. Like I said before, I don't care. It's like everybody's got an opinion, right? I mean, there are people out there who think that 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons is the greatest role-playing game ever created, which, So Flaming Heron says, ha ha, did they not think Dungeon Crawl Classics deserved a 10? I don't know, Flaming Heron. What do you think Dungeon Crawl Classics deserves? I mean, you've got it, if I remember right. I thought, isn't Flaming Heron the person who said, yeah, I don't need to win the PDF in the contest because I already have it? So, anyway. So Flaming Heron says, everybody has an opinion, but doesn't invalidate anyone else's. Yeah, that's how I look at it. I'm not saying I've got a problem with them voicing an opinion. It's kind of the way they're voicing the opinion. Like, what are you, an idiot? It's like, this is how it is, man. I think on the Osric review, they said something about they downloaded the PDF, skimmed it, thought it was garbage. And it's like, good thing as a reviewer, I don't just skim things. Anyway, I just thought it was funny. I thought it was kind of interesting that you get these people, they just come out of the woodwork, and it's like, I don't know. So Flaming Heron says, no, that wasn't him. Because they're thinking of grabbing the bundle. They don't win the PDF. You know what? I think the bundle will be over, though. I think the bundle of holding, because there's Dungeon Crawl Classics, and then there's the Lankmar. So, which is DCC, but it's Fritz Leiber, Pfeiffer and the Grey Mouser. It's Newan and the city of Lankmar. But I think those will be over by the 10th. Somebody might want to take a peek over at Bundle of Holding. So Flaming Heron's not holding out, waiting, hoping to win the PDF and missing out on that bundle. So Flaming Heron says, oh, it is. I'm pretty sure, because I could have swore, I thought I saw a tweet from Goodman Games saying that the bundles of holding were coming to an end. So Gary Clarkson says they like the package I got with the dice. Yes. Yes. Hopefully they really are going to send me the correct color D3. Yeah, but that's a fine deal. I mean, that really is a nice deal. So it was $35 plus tax and shipping. And oh, so Flaming Heron says it's almost a week left. Oh, that's cool. So it'll be ending right about when I announce the winner of the PDFs. Winners, I should say. So yeah, so you got the core rule book, you got the Game Master screen, which I'll be very honest, I'm not super keen on the Game Master screen. I would have liked to have seen different information on that screen as opposed to what's on it. What's on the screen is really focused towards like the 0 level funnels, which is fine. That's cool. I plan on running a 0 level funnel, but I would have rather have seen stuff that would be more useful further down the line. So I gotta say, not super excited about the Game Master screen, although the quality of it's very nice. So very, very cool. So you get the 500, and I think it's 504 pages, if I remember correctly, soft cover. You also get the dice, which the dice alone carry an MSRP of $29.99. You get the Game Master screen, and then you get it was one of the first Dungeon Crawl Classic adventures, and it is Doom of the Savage Kings. It's for level 1s. So yes, $35, tax and shipping. And I think mine came out to like 48 and change. I did hear, although it's not out yet, I did hear that Goodman is going to do a Mutant Crawl Classics first time fan kit. I don't know when it's rolling out. When it does, I will let you know. That's not something I'm going to order because I already got the Mutant Crawl Classics core book. I just got it. I ordered it through Amazon. So we'll be looking out for that. When I hear an announcement about that, I will let you know. I assume it's going to be the same sort of thing. So Gary Clarkson says, and the Conan book? Conan book? Yeah. I don't think they're sending me the Conan book, the novel. I didn't care. I didn't care about it. It's just if it's on the pull slip, it should be in the box. Like I said, I didn't care about that. I care that they're sending me the blue dye to make up for the green one in here that you might be able to see through the little window there. I think it's catching it. Anyway, like I said, yeah, it happens. This is not a big company. I think, like I said, I think maybe there's 4 full-time employees. Doug keeps saying that Conan book is being proofread. Oh, it's being read all right. A couple of pages at lunchtime or something. Anyway. So, like I said, if I hear word on that MCC first-time fan kit, I almost said club. It's a fan club. MCC. See you real soon. Anywho, let's jump on over to Dragonrealm from Gamewright Games. It is designed by Darren Kisjan with artwork provided by Chris Beatrice. The game is for 2 to 4 players, ages 10 and up. Plays in around 20 to 30 minutes. It is available now. This is one of the more recent Gamewright releases. It does carry an MSRP of $24.99. As Flaming Heron mentions that Conan book is going to arrive with some notations in the margins and coffee stains. It'll have a big round coffee stain on the back of it. And it'll be some really old paperback that was in like the 25-cent bin at some used bookstore. All right, let's swing on over to the other camera because here we've got Dragonrealm. It is a game of goblins and gold. And I gotta say, this looks to be, because Gamewright tends to have games that are aimed at pretty young gamers. So it's not unusual to see games with ages 6 and up from Gamewright. So this is one of their more, I don't want to say complex because it's for ages 10 and up, but I think this is a little meatier game than you might be used to seeing from Gamewright. I would say most people know Gamewright because of Forbidden Island and what is the other one that isn't it Matt Lecoq? I'm trying to remember. I got to be honest. I played Forbidden Island and I was like, yeah, it's all right. People went nuts for it. I was like, So I didn't even pick up the other one. I think there's like 3 games in that series. So let's take a peek at the back here. Dare to venture beyond Dragonwood. Collect sets of adventurer cards in order to roll dice, which you'll use to explore the mystical lands of Dragonrealm. Sneak into the witch's cabin, search the ogre's treehouse, or storm the Isle of Dragons. Place a majority of adventurers on a location to claim its treasure, but beware of meddling goblins who pop up to snatch the spoils. Gather the most gold and become ruler of the realm. So the Madman says, funny, the Savage Worlds, the Thin Blue Line setting book has round coffee stains printed on the pages. I've actually seen that before as well with some games where there's like stains on the game board. That's part of the art. I want to say Australia from Stronghold Games has something like that on it. Alrighty then. So let's crack this open, see what we've got. So we've got a punch board with coins. So we've got 1, 5, and 10. Oh, I wonder if these must be random. We must probably place these face down and not know what the amount is. That'd be my guess. Otherwise, we would have this on both sides, you would think. So we've got that. We've got the rules. Feel pretty short. Get that out of the way. Let's move that. Take a look. So we've got the setup. So we've got, it looks like we've got a variable setup depending on the number of players. So if you're only playing with 2 players or 3 or 4. So we've got our adventurer deck, adventurer cards. Got a location deck. That's what it looks like. Changes based on the number of players. How to play. So you can rest. We have goblins. We have rock slides. You can explore. So you can sneak, search, or storm. We have an Adventurer's Academy. We've got enhancements. We have scoring locations, special cases, game ends. The game ends immediately once the dragon location is complete. Score that location and score any uncompleted locations as if they were complete. Players then add up and compare all the dragon stones from their collected locations, the Adventurer's Academy or Alley, and enhancements. Player with the most dragon stones collects 5 treasure coins. In case of tie, 3 coins each. Add up the coins, including any enhancement cards, and whoever has the most coins wins. So whoever's got the most money is the winner at the end of the game. All right, so that is the rules there. Let's see what else we got here. Little catalog. Okay, so we've got, these are the locations. We got a bunch of meeples. We have some cards here. Got our adventurers. And we got some 6-sided dice. Actually, pretty nice 6-siders. They're cut. They have a bit of a design to them, a little style to them. They're not just solid red. Almost like fire dice. So that's kind of cool. So we got those. And we've got a nice insert as well. So let's take a peek. Might as well zoom in. Might as well zoom in as far as we can get. There we go. So these are meeples. So these almost look like, we got 2 kinds. So these almost look like dwarves. Almost like dwarven adventurers. So we've got a variety of those. We've got 4 different colors. And then we've got some goblins. It's kind of cool. I like those. So we've got quite a few of these. Looks like there's a good amount of content to this for being a $25 game. I think the reviews for this have been positive as well. This has been out for a while. I think it's from 2019, I think. Taking a guess with that. All right, let's see what else we've got. Let's take a look. Let's look at these location cards. Let's see, will this actually open up, or will I need to use the hobby knife like normally? Yeah, let's just use the hobby knife. Yeah, for some reason, most of the time, when we have these little tabs, they never seem to work. Okay, well, since I got the hobby knife out, might as well get I think these are the enhancements. Hey, Disavowed 92 has arrived. Good to see you, Disavowed. All right, so got some player aid cards there as well. And then these are our adventurer cards, which we'll take a look at. So figure might as well get the shrink off of all these off at one time. Get rid of some of that plastic as well. So we're supposed to set, I think you're supposed to kind of shuffle these up and set these locations like in a deck, like it is right now. So we have the Witch's Cabin, the Slimy Tunnels, Bear Basin, the Enchanted Forest. Like the artwork. The artwork's very, very nice. The Troll Tavern. So those are all like 1s. Now these are 2s. The Cursed Fountain. The Crystal Mountain. The Fire Swamp. I'm going to guess that you might need to have this number of cards for your adventurers. It's kind of a guess there. We got the Sorceress's Castle. The Ogre's Treehouse. Okay, so these are 3s. We've got the Snake Pit. Why did it have to be snakes? The Halfling Hideout. Dungeon of Despair, the Cave of Bats, and the Den of Wolves. So then we have green cards. So we've got, oh, okay, so these are islands, I think. Oh, no, this is the dragon. So we've got Dragon Rock, the Dragon's Gate, the Dragon Ruins, the Dragon's Lair. Yeah, that doesn't look like Don Bluth animation to me. And the Isle of Dragons. And then we have Adventurer's Alley. Or if we flip this over, it is Adventurer's Academy. So I would take a guess. Maybe we use something. Maybe this is for 2 players. And that's for 3 or 4 players. Taking a stab. All right. So those are the various different locations. Like I said, definitely like that artwork. The artwork's very cool. So these are the adventurers now. So it looks as if we have a few different colors. Got some goblin cards, which are going to get shuffled in. So it looks like red is just going to be this red-headed adventurer. So we've got that. Then yellow. Then we've got purple. Looks like she's a sorceress. So these cards just go from 1 to 12. Then we've got, looks like another magic user. We've got an elf. Then we got rock slide cards. Oh no! And goblins cards. Oh, so we've actually got a few different. So it's goblins to the right, goblins in the middle, and goblins to the left. So those are those cards as well. So these are our adventurer cards. We've got turn summary cards. So we've got 4 of these. Going to tell us what our actions are when we explore. We can sneak, we can search, we can storm. We can place 2 adventurers if successful. And gives us our turn summary here as well. And then we have these Dragonrealm cards. And I think these are the enhancements. So we got a pet chipmunk. A bunch of bananas. Wings of speed. They go on your feet. So you can be like the Submariner. You could be like Namor. Lucky socks. A dwarf hammer. Orb of shining. Potion of invisibility. A wizard's wand. Magic scroll. Fairy dust. So I'm going to guess this number here is how many points this is worth at the end of the game. So remember, you're supposed to be totaling up your coins and your enhancements. Flameball spell. Fireball spell. Flameball. Can't even read anymore, huh? You got the treasure map. You got the golden chalice. Elven harp. A wizard's hat. And a sapphire pendant. Cool. Once again, very nice artwork on these too. I like that. All right, so we've got the 6 cool 6-sided dice. We have our Dragonrealm cards there. We've got our adventurer cards, as well as our goblins and our rock slide cards. Turn summary cards. A bunch of different colored meeples. So we've got some goblins, we've got some adventurers. We have the location cards here also. We got our punch board with the coins, as well as our rules of play. And that's what we find when we take everything from Dragonrealm outside the box. And of course, I will have a review of Dragonrealm in the very near future. Going to get some gaming in hopefully this weekend. Get some in before I have that oral surgery, which I'm going to find more out about tomorrow. Anyway, Dragonrealm is from Gamewright. It is available right now. It's for 2 to 4 players, ages 10 and up, plays around 20 to 30 minutes, and does carry an MSRP of $24.99. Sweet. Very nice. Box has a little heft to it. For a $25 game, looks like there might be some good gameplay in this. We will be finding out shortly. All right. So that is it for that. Let's talk about what's cooking the rest of this week and then next week. So on tomorrow's show, it is War Game Wednesday. We are going to take a look at Barbarossa. This is the special historical photograph edition of the game, not the Japanese fan service edition of the game. So it's available from Japanime Games, as well as who did the design on it? Arclight Games. So I'm going to take a look at this. This is a deck builder. It's like a World War II deck building game. And I heard the game itself is actually pretty good. The fan service artwork is what turned people off. So that is on tomorrow's show. On Friday, we are going to dive in. We're going to do a page through and first look at Deluxe Tunnels and Trolls from Flying Buffalo Games. This is the classic. We are going to take a peek at this. I have been interested in checking out Deluxe Tunnels and Trolls for some time, and finally decided, you know what? I'm going to grab the book. What can I tell you? Just stimulating the economy with that stimulus money. Then next week, we are going to have all role-playing games all next week. So, and we're going to do a lot of Call of Cthulhu. So on Monday's show, we're going to take a look at Reign of Terror, which is set during the, I don't know, what do you think? French Revolution? Could be. And I know this has a tie-in to the 2-volume set for horror on the Orient Express. So this will be a week from tonight. I'm going to tell you right now, I think we will probably go very light on the news a week from tonight because we're looking at 2 volumes here. And I think we're going to tackle it in one show. Originally, I thought, well, you know what? We could break it up into 2. Now we'll do it one show. Then we're going to take a look at Does Love Forgive? Also for Call of Cthulhu. And this is a set of 2 adventures, which are one-on-one. So 1 keeper and 1 player. So we're going to take a peek at that. And then on Thursday's show, we were talking about Mutant Crawl Classics earlier. So we're going to dive in. We're going to take a first look. Going to do a page through of this. And by this time, I would not be surprised if that Mutant Crawl Classics first-time fan kit is out. So this will give you a better idea if you want to pick this up. Do want to mention, though, the page count is shorter than Dungeon Crawl Classics. Let's take a look. Let's see what we come in at. 284. So 284 pages. I think the hardcover for this is $34.99. Oh, sorry, $39.99. I got it on Amazon, so mine was a little bit less. So that will be on a week from Thursday's show. So we had a lot of stuff cooking. keep in mind, depending on when they want to schedule my oral surgery, which is what I'm probably finding out tomorrow, things might change. So I don't know how quickly they're going to get me in or not. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyway. All right. So, wow, we zipped through the show tonight. Lately, we've been running like almost an hour and a half, like hour and 20 minutes. So anything cooking in chat? Anybody wants to tackle before I wrap up for the night? Anybody want to take issue with any of my role-playing game reviews? What are you, an idiot? What are you, some sort of idiot? I think people get too hung up on the mechanics of stuff. And I am not a mechanics guy with role-playing games. That's why you never hear me refer to Pathfinder like Math Finder, like a lot of people. I say it time and time again. It's like, if there's a mechanic or something you don't like, toss it out. Who cares? I'm more about, is this setting exciting? Is there a lot of good stuff for this? Like I said, when I did my review for Mutant Crawl Classics, I'm excited to run the 0-level funnel with Elliot and his wife and his daughter and probably a couple of friends. So Flaming Heron says, do you even play role-playing games? I'm assuming that's how Flaming Heron meant that to sound. Not, do you even play role-playing games? All right. That's it for tonight's show. As I like to always point out, if you like this video, by all means, give it a quick thumbs up. Of course, if you've watched it this long, probably should be giving it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the Gaming Gang channel if you haven't already. And if you do subscribe, ding that bell. Because not only will it let you know when the Dispatch streams live Monday through Thursday nights right here on YouTube, it'll also let you know when I upload other videos, such as my recent review of, I don't know, what were we just talking about? Dungeon Crawl Classics. Remember, I am giving away 2 PDFs of the core rulebook, like you see right here, to 2 lucky winners. Check out the review. I tell you how to get into the running. So Flaming Heron says, yeah, that sounded just like me. I figured that's how you meant it. Kind of like, do you even play role-playing games? No, I don't even know what role, what? No clue. Don't know. I don't know what board games and tabletop gaming. What is that? I only know Atari. So, all right. Anyway, everybody who watched live, thank you very much. Always appreciate you tuning in. And of course, I know there's folks out there who don't have an opportunity to catch the show live. Thank you very much as well for taking time out to watch it whenever you do. And of course, whenever you're not watching videos on the Gaming Gang channel, be sure to visit thegaminggang.com for all the latest in gaming news, reviews, and a whole lot more. You know the drill. Get your geek on at thegaminggang.com. Once again, happy Star Wars Day to everybody out there. I will probably go check out the first episode of The Bad Batch a little bit later on tonight. I will be back tomorrow, hopefully. Remember, I got that appointment downtown, but I'm pretty sure I'll be back in time. Knock on wood. But like I said, I should be here tomorrow night. Everybody enjoy the rest of your Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, or whatever day it happens to be. As Mr. Underhill 40 popped into chat right at the end. Says, too late. Yes, unfortunately, wrapping the show up. Yeah, see, it was a quicker show tonight. Usually, Mr. Underhill would have had about 20, 25 minutes of stream to kick back with. It's not tonight. Quick show. All right. Anyway, as I wrap up all my videos during this never-ending pandemic, certainly hope each and every one of you out there are being smart and staying safe. oh, hey, you're still here. Well, if that's the case, by all means, if you haven't subscribed to the Gaming Gang channel yet, click right here. If you'd like to see the latest episode of the Gaming Gang Dispatch, click right up there. And if you want to trust YouTube's algorithm to give you something to watch, click right there. Once again, thanks so much for watching, and everybody please wear a mask.